Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. Guys, I have a real quick update for you. So yesterday, you guys know that jury selection started in the case of Sean Combs, his RICO case, and they are in the middle of jury selection right now. And the update that was posted, basically the final questionnaire for the jury was posted. So if you tuned in to my last episode on Sean Combs, you would have heard that we went through the preliminary questionnaires from both sides. So each side had an opportunity to present questions, and it's now been consolidated, right? So the consolidated question has been prepared and posted, and this is what was presented to the potential jurors for the prosecution and the defense to pick who they feel is going to be best suited to help sort through this RICO, listen to the evidence, and be able to render a verdict based on the evidence provided. So here we go. We're not going to go through the whole thing at this moment. Let me know down below if you do want to go through it. I will scroll through it. But these are some interesting details. If you've never sat for a jury before or through jury selection, this might be something interesting to know. If you are a court watcher, then you're familiar with a lot of what you're getting ready to hear from not discussing the case, not doing your own research, things of that nature, and really spelling it out on the document so that if you are confused about what your responsibilities are, if you are going to be on a jury, this is very it's spelled out in no uncertain terms to not be confused, and I wasn't supposed to do this and I wasn't supposed to do that. This really gives you everything that you need to know. So these are the preliminary instructions, but of course the judge will give the actual instructions, and then there's the schedule. We'll go over the schedule in just a minute. But let's get to this part right here. Please read the following instructions carefully before completing any portion of this questionnaire. Please print your juror number in the space provided on the top of each page. Do not write your name. They just want to go by juror number. Please answer each and every question fully. Some questions have more than one part. You are sworn to give true and complete answers to all questions in this questionnaire. This questionnaire is designed to help simplify and shorten the jury selection process. The purpose of the questionnaire is to determine whether prospective jurors can decide this case impartially based on the evidence presented at trial and legal instructions given by presiding judge. The questions are not intended to inquire unnecessarily into your personal matters. Although some of the questions may appear to be of a personal nature, please understand the court and parties must learn enough information about each juror's background and experience to select a fair and impartial jury. Please answer all questions to the best of your ability. If you do not know the answer to a question, then write, "I do not know." There are no right or wrong answers, only truthful answers. If you have strong feelings about this case, in general, please do not hesitate to share them, although you may be a perfectly good juror in this for another case. This may or may not be the right case for you to sit as an impartial juror. Both parties have the right to honest answers and hear your true opinions. Remember, you are sworn to give true and complete answers to all questions. Do not discuss your questions and answers or the case with anyone now or until further instructed by the court. You should not discuss the questions or answers with fellow jurors. It is very important that your answers be your own individual answers More broadly, do not discuss the case with anyone, including lawyers, except in the presence of the court, your fellow jurors, family, your friends, or anyone else. Do not communicate about the case in any way, including telephone, email, social media apps, or websites such as Facebook, communication apps, or websites such as X. Also, you must also avoid reading and hearing about the case or anyone participating in the case in newspapers, in magazines, or on radio, television, social media, the internet. Not do your own research. So it's telling you in no uncertain terms, be careful. Be careful what you consume and how you consume it, because it's going to have an effect. Do not do your own research. Do not conduct any research into the case or anyone participating in the case at any times before your entire jury service has been complete. That includes performing internet and social media searches, asking other people about the case, reading news stories, books, reports about the case, or watching films, television, streaming programs that relate to the case. Do not read, watch, listen to any information about the case. Your name will not be disclosed or connected to this questionnaire beyond the judge, the parties in the case. If you wish to discuss an answer to this questionnaire in person or privately with the judge and the parties, please do not hesitate. Summary of the case. Summary of the case. This is a criminal case brought by the United States Attorney of the Southern District of New York. Defendant is Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, PD Love. Mr. Combs has been charged in an indictment alleging numbers of crimes, including racketeering or RICO, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, kidnapping, arson, obstruction of justice, bribery, drug distribution, and forced labor. An indictment is not evidence of anything. Mr. Combs has pled not guilty on all charges. Mr. Combs is presumed innocent, and before he can be found guilty on any charge, a jury must find the government has proven each element of the crime beyond reasonable doubt. Now, this is something to consider for prospective jurors and what's going on here. This is the schedule. Potential jurors will be called back for further questioning by and jury selection on Monday, May 5th through Friday, May 9th. Your availability during that week is required. A trial will commence on Monday, May 12th. The trial is expected to last 8 weeks. Generally, a trial will be held 5 days per week, Monday through Friday. During the first week of trial, Monday, May 12th through Friday, May 16th, trial will be held from 9:30 to 5 p.m. After the first week, trial will be held from 9:30 until 3. Trial will not be held on May 23rd, the Friday before Memorial Day. Monday, the 26th, Memorial Day, no court. Thursday, June 19th, no court. And Friday, July 4th, no court. If you are selected as a juror, you will be required to be present for taking testimony and evidence as long as the trial lasts. There are no plans to sequester the jury, which means you will go home every day after court. Please turn the page and complete the questionnaire. So I'm not going to give you a lot of the questionnaire. I do have it posted on Patreon if you would like to look at it and see, could you have made it as a juror? There's a lot of detailed questions, but if you want to have an idea of what the questions could be and are, number one, go to my Patreon. Number two, go to the video that I posted a day or two ago where we talked about some of the proposed questions, but this is like a consolidated of all of the potential questions that were laid out in the other documents. So this is the consolidated that was presented, and it has obviously areas for the potential jurors to fill in their information and for all of those required to be able to make their assessment to see who they're going to pull. Interesting information about the schedule. So the first week, basically 9:30 to 5, and then subsequent weeks will be 9:30 to 3 p.m., I'm sure, with a lunch. So interesting. We have a glimpse at what the schedule is going to be. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Um, After the jury is selected, we can go through these questions again and see, try to get an idea of, based on these questions, what do you think? But I think based on what we read the other day, they clearly want people who have an open mind, people who do not have any thoughts and opinions, or strong thoughts and opinions based on, people who have been in relationships where cheating has been involved, what your opinions are about sex workers, what your opinions are about drug use, things of that nature. There is a lot that this trial is going to have in it, a lot of information, a lot of truths, and information will be shared about Mr. Combs. And I think they're hoping to find people who, whether they have an opinion or not, can still be impartial. But this questionnaire will help them determine who will be able to satisfy being able to sit, listen, answer questions, be impartial, and baby, drop that verdict. Okay. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think down below. I will see you next time. Thank you for coming through to Real Talk Bougie. If you're new here and you enjoy commentary like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure that your notifications are set so that when I go live, post a video on this topic or any other, you will be notified immediately. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye, guys. Take care.